Bree Flying V, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really well. We have you this week on the New Driven Excess show, which means your video is on the New Driven Excess YouTube playlist. The song
Mhm.
is I'm the Boss, and we wanted to talk to you about it so that our audience has a better understanding of who you are and where the song came from and what it was like to shoot that video, which is amazing. We only pick certain videos and songs to profile each week with the artist, and it was without a doubt, hands down, that we had to talk to you about I'm
Aw.
the Boss. So, yeah, how's it going?
It's a little hectic. I'm always writing. I'm constantly writing and rehearsing and, meeting new people and watching other bands. And we're hitting the road in a month. I'm super excited about it. I just can't wait. I live for the stage. Can't wait to be out there.
Yeah, and from what I understand, like from May to December, you're going to be on the road for the rest of 2014.
That's the plan. That's what I want.
That is so awesome.
Thanks. I'm excited.
Well, you should be
Definitely.
excited. That's amazing, and you're going to pick up a million new fans as you travel the country. So that's the
Hopefully
way to
some
do it.
friends too. That's what I'm aiming for. I want to make some, definitely want to make some friends.
I'm sure that will definitely be the case. So, okay, I'm the Boss.
Hmm.
This is a song that I've been playing since I believe last summer when you dropped it. And then you came out with the video and it was like, "Oh my God." And everybody agrees because it's got like over a quarter million views or something
Yeah,
crazy.
238,000. I
And
can't
growing
believe it.
every day.
I just can't believe it. I mean, it really, I feel so blessed, especially from where I came from and how I really literally came from like nothing. And it's cool to see that people are liking my music. That really is an extension of who I am and my personality. And so it means the world to me.
And for those who haven't heard our interviews with you before, you grew up in Oregon. Your father was the leader of what was, without a doubt, a cult.
Absolutely.
You lost your mom when you were about 5, very tragically, something that could have been
Yeah.
taken care of with medical attention, but the
Mhm.
cult did not believe in that. And over a matter of days, you watched your mom die. And then you had a bit of a tensious relationship with your dad.
Oh,
Um,
yes. Dad was cool to an extent until he got into his crazy religious, controlling views. That's whenever he lost me. I was like, yeah, you're so cool, but you're just so not at the same time. He taught me to love rock and roll, and that's one thing I'll give him credit for, but other than that.
that's interesting that he taught you to love, especially rock and roll, and yet he didn't want you to date.
I know. Well, all the stuff he would listen to was like The Who and Humble Pie and the Beatles. I was raised on that stuff, and he taught me to love it. And when I was a kid, all that stuff, the sex and drug references went right over my head. I had no clue. I just loved how it made me feel.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know, as I grew up, I wasn't allowed to listen to secular radio, and so I had to sneak bands like Blink-182 and Green Day. I was a total 90s kid. So I would put my headphones on, plug into those bulky stereos everyone used to buy, and I would turn on the radio to like 104.7, and then in Oregon, or what was it? I don't remember the station, but there was a rock station. They played like Nirvana and Green Day and Blink-182. All the 90s stuff.
Right.
And I would sneak it, and that's why I'm so fond of that era of music to this day, because it was my sneaky music.
Yeah, it was yours. It was your
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it was my outlet.
Yeah, that's awesome. So pretty soon, Dad decided you were a rebel and he wasn't going to be able to change you, so he put you on the street, which is
Yeah,
unfathomable.
17 years old, just a baby, and I was
Yeah,
homeschooled, so I was a real babe in the woods.
yeah,
I was thrown into the fire, and it's just in my personality. If you throw me into the fire, I'm going to get out of it somehow. Like, I'm going to make the best of it.
yeah.
And I did. It took years. It took many years of drug abuse and alcohol abuse and, being homeless a couple times. But, it's made me a better writer, and it's really helped me be more thankful, I think, than I would have been originally for, this all of the great stuff happening in my life.
And really, I mean, you're still quite young. What are you, like 24 maybe?
Mm-hmm. 24.
And so in a very short amount of time, all things considered, doesn't feel like short time when you're going through it, I know. But here you are in Nashville. 250,000 people have watched your latest video. You're about to tour the United States.
Oh, I can't
you're
wait.
You're doing so well. You're on New Driven.
Yeah.
And
I'll never forget. You guys were the first to play me. The very first ones to play my music on the radio.
I know stars when I see them.
Honestly, she's got an eye for stars. I don't look at myself like that, though.
First time I heard you, I knew.
That's so flattering.
There'll come a day when everyone knows BRE, and I'll be like, I knew her. I used to talk to her.
Well, I gotta give the credit where it's due. I mean, you really helped me out and helped me promote my music and get it out there, and I'll always appreciate that, and so do the guys.
Well, we believe in you. We believe in our bands. We work only with musicians that we absolutely believe in.
That's so important. That'll always keep it honest and real, and that's what rock and roll is all about.
I always say to people, New Driven is a family. The bands that are with New Driven are part of the family.
I love it.
And we love them, and we do what we can to support them. So anyway, I'm the Boss. Love the song.
Thank you.
Love the video. And love the story behind it. So tell us how you wrote it. How did you come to write I'm the Boss?
When I wrote it, I was really pissed off because I felt really disrespected by some girl. She went the wrong way to get, into my man. I don't know how to describe this. But when I wrote it, I was really pissed off. And and so I really wanted to recreate the story in the music video, and I wanted it to represent me and what I like doing and how I like to have fun. And it's basically, we had a house party that we played at, and we filmed it, and there was a music video.
And that was really cool. You rented, tell us the building that you rented to do this.
It's called the Joy Mansion. It's in East Nashville. And it's this really, really old, like, historical looking house, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's the perfect house party location. It's so fun. We had a big bonfire going out in the back, and everybody was just drinking, having a good time. And, it was like, that's like a good 12 hours of solid drinking and, and smoking. That was hardcore. But it was a lot of fun. It was everyone had a blast. I mean, I'll never forget the flood of text messages the next day where people were like, oh my God, you literally just threw a party and did it so right. Because we turned up the song so loud. We had a PA in there. So we turned up the song so loud that it really looked like we were really performing it. And I just remember the director, Casey Culver, amazing director. I just remember watching him, sliding through the groups of people with his camera with a huge smile on his face, just lapping it up. Like, he just had, because basically we did everything. We secured everything. And he goes, he'd be like, well, is this done? We're like, yeah, it's finished. All you have to do is show up with your gear and create. And he's like, this is the easiest gig ever.
That's so awesome.
It was so fun.
You had a couple of your friends that kind of also starred in the video.
Well, the girl that I kiss in the video, which, yes, oh my God, I kissed a girl. But it's one of my favorite things to do in my life. I love women. Love them so much. I think women are beautiful and precious. And I saw this girl around East Nashville, her name's Leanne. And I just thought, God, this girl's so cute. But I just never, went up and really introduced myself. And I found her on Instagram, and I asked her if she'd be in my music video. And I didn't know how to break it to her and be like, well, you got to kiss me. Well, you're going to have to kiss me, and you're going to have to kiss my guy friend, too. So it was pretty funny, and my guy friend is a local musician here too. He's in a band called Forever and Never, and that they're a really great band. He's an amazing singer, and his name is Steven Tyler Vinatelli, and he's very talented, and he had a blast too. We all had fun. I mean, of course he had a blast. He got to make out with two pretty girls, so.
Right. He wasn't complaining.
No. He's like, I have beer and two girls. I'm good.
So now everybody definitely wants to see this video. Tell us,
Please do.
Where do they go to find it on YouTube?
On YouTube, just look up BREE, B-R-E-E, comma, I'm the boss, and it should be right on top.
Right, it'll come right up, believe me. Definitely is about something that you like to call a BREE-some. Tell us what that is. What is a BREE-some?
A BREE-some is a threesome with me.
So there's only one way to have that because there's only one BREE.
Exactly. So I coined the term one day while I was posting my video. I was like, and I had, and it's funny because a couple of my friends call me BREE-some. It's funny. It's almost become like a nickname with like Breezy. It's just, yeah, it's a fun way to say it, I guess. It came out of the blue.